Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I got a request for gluten-free hamburger buns, and these aren't just the best hamburger buns. No one can tell that they're gluten-free, they're that good. So they are a yeast based bread dough, and I already prepped my sheet here. I just lined a cookie sheet with parchment paper, and I have these really awesome rings that I greased with coconut oil. They're also really nice if you want to turn this into like breakfast sandwiches. You can cook eggs in them, you can cook your meat in them so that they're all the same size, and you can like stack a really good breakfast sandwich. That's just an idea for leftovers. But we're gonna start with 2 cups of warm water. You want it warm for the yeast. And we're using 2 tablespoons of yeast. I just always keep a bunch of yeast in my freezer and then this little container in the refrigerator so to refill it, especially when I'm on a bread making kicks. So we're just gonna put 2 tablespoons in there. I will try and put the recipe down below for you. We have our yeast in our warm water. We're then going to add a teaspoon of sea salt. I like the pink Himalayan salt. We're just gonna throw that in here. And I know this sounds like a lot of baking powder, and it is. We're using 4 teaspoons of baking powder. This is no aluminum added, gluten-free baking powder. 4 level teaspoons, in we go. Okay, so this is pretty easy, like probably the easiest bread recipe you'll ever make. We are then adding 2 teaspoons of raw apple cider vinegar. You don't have to use apple cider vinegar. You can use white vinegar, really just whatever you have. Lemon juice would also work. You just need an acid to activate the baking powder. So, how much did I say? 2 teaspoons? There we go. Then we are adding a 1/4 cup of organic cane sugar, which is the same as 4 tablespoons, and a 1/4 cup of avocado oil. You can use any fat here. You could use olive oil, you could melt some butter, but just make sure you cool it down before you add it in here because we are going to be adding eggs and we don't need pre-cooked eggs. So 1/4 cup as well of the avocado oil, or 4 tablespoons. I have 2 eggs from our chickens here. And I'm just gonna give this a good stir to mix up my eggs real good in here. Break my yolks. You wanna come see what this looks like? Just kind of a mess right now. To this, we are adding 3 cups of gluten-free flour. My favorite gluten-free flour is the Bob's Red Mill cup for cup. Be kind of light on your cups. You can always add flour, but it is not easy to take it away. You can also weigh your flour if you're into that, but that kind of sucks the fun out of cooking for me, so I don't weigh flour. Kind of just a haphazard cook here. So 3 cups of gluten-free flour. This is supposed to make 12 burger buns or rolls. I only have 10 hamburger bun rings, so I usually just do the 10 burger buns and then a little test bun on the side, kind of like the one that I get to eat. Sure it's not poisoned. Okay, so once I don't have any lumps, I will transfer this into my rings. Almost there. All right, so Gluten-free dough is not like traditional wheat flour dough. Your mixture is going to be thick. It's going to be like a batter still. And you want that because you don't want it to taste like cardboard. So what I do, because I have 10 rings here, I mentally divide my dough in half, and then I will portion them out into 5 each side so that I'm getting like even sized buns. So we're just going to go like this. I will smooth them out when I get there, when I get them all filled. So I have everything portioned the way I want it. To kind of smooth it with my fingers because it's too sticky for the spatula, I have a coconut oil spray from Trader Joe's. I know that different places sell like avocado oil sprays, all that kind of, there's a lot of options out there. I'm just gonna spray the tops of these and a little on my fingers so that I can pat them down perfectly the way I want them without sticking horribly. And the oil will also help give them a really like pretty golden top while they're baking, so that's great. I can already feel them rising, like a little, when I push down, I feel a little, like little bubbles in the dough popping. So we're gonna let them rise for 20 to 30 minutes. It kind of depends. If your house is cold, it might take them longer. My house is nice and cozy, so that's why I say 20 minutes. It might be a little quicker than that. About in 10 minutes, I'll probably preheat my oven. Again, it just depends how long your oven takes to preheat. Only you would know that. But these look good to me. I will wait until I see them either just over their ring or level with their ring before I stick them in the oven, because I want them to have like some height to them before I stick them in. And we'll see how it works. Okay, so I'm happy with the rise on these buns. My oven is up to temperature, 375, and I have my rack right in the middle, right where I want it. So I'm just gonna stick these guys in for 20 minutes. I'll check on them a couple minutes before then just to make sure that they don't get overcooked. We just want a golden brown. That's it. Hey guys, my buns are ready to come out of the oven, but I thought, just kind of as a fun thing, we would brush them. I'm gonna give you a couple idea options here. You can brush them with something sweet, and you could make it like a sweet cinnamon roll type breakfast by combining a tablespoon of the buttery cinnamon roll flavor gods in a half cup of melted butter with a tablespoon or 2 of this Trader Joe's cinnamon bun spread. And you can make like a delicious little frosting yeasty bun for breakfast, or you can do a tablespoon or 2 of this Kinder's garlic and herb in a half cup of melted butter and brush the tops with an herby garlic seasoning. You choose. Today I'm going to do the herby one because we're going to have burgers. Oh my gosh, I haven't opened this. We're going to try it out. We're going to see how much we love the Kinder's herby garlic butter, and I think it's going to be amazing. I'm just going to do 1 tablespoon. I think that looks good. And then I'm going to take out my buns. I'm also going to get my brush out. So 1 second here. Oh, they look so good. So, so good. So if you did it right, with greasing your rings, these guys pop right off. There we go. Okay, I'm not going to touch them yet, or I actually could with a hot pad, just to show you. Oh yeah. So I'm just going to take all those rings off, but I'm going to mix that herby garlic butter, get it in my brush, and just brush the tops. Oh, it's so good. And if you wanted to do the sweet version with the cinnamon spread and the buttery cinnamon roll, you could just pretty much like mix it separately and let the butter cool so it's thicker, and do it like a frosting for like a cinnamon roll recipe that's gluten-free and just super delicious as a breakfast side for a Sunday morning. So that is it for our bun recipe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. My goal for the new year of 2025 is 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So please help me meet my goal. I'd really appreciate it. Bye guys.